My top 10 tips for running a construction or trade business successfully. Now, look, if you don't know me, my name's Dean Barton. I've been in this industry for nearly 20 years. I've got experience in running a company up to £10 million a year in revenue. And today I'm investing and buying companies from the 1 million mark and scaling them up to 3 to 5 million to then exit and grow for a really good profit. So in terms of top 10 tips, this is the most important stuff that I've learned in that whole time. So let's go and have a look. Number one, you are going to need a lot of grit and balls to run a business in this industry. Now look, this channel, I will not fluff things up. I will not just do a load of hype on marketing. I'll tell you how it is. It's a difficult industry. You will be pulled from pillar to post by clients, by labour, by problems on projects. It is a constant moving problem. It's not for the faint-hearted. And to be honest, I've started with this because if you haven't got some grit and balls, don't even go into this industry. Don't try and build a business in this industry if you haven't got the mental capacity, which leads into number two. Mindset is everything. You are going to need to be a very robust, strong person to run a business in the first place. But adding it into the construction industry, you have got to be a unit mentally, not physically, mentally. You need to be incredibly strong. You need to have a clear mindset of where you're going all the time. And actually, a good mindset comes from having a vision for the company that you've got, where you really want to be, what that's going to look like, what you're going to need to do to get through it, because it is relentless. It is relentless. You are going to be tested way more than you can imagine. Even when you get to a decent level, there's going to be bigger problems coming your way. It's just how it is. New levels, new devils. This is the game. You need to become a mentally robust, strong person, which is why I'm a big advocate of looking after yourself, developing yourself both personally, from a physical point of view and from a mental point of view, because you're going to need energy and you're going to need a good mindset to have that energy to run this whole business. Then, number three, financial skills. The best businesses are run like banks. They are run like a financial institute. It's money in, it's money out. Money in, money out. That's what business is. And it's basically looking after the bit in the middle that you keep, that the company keeps, and you rack those profits up. The best people that run businesses well in construction are financially astute people. And what I've actually found is that the best project managers are actually more of a financially minded person, and the people that go on to run companies and build really good companies are financially minded. So you need to upgrade your financial skills. If you do that, everything else is easy, because actually most decisions in business are financially related, whether that's a project, whether that's recruitment, whether that's marketing, whether that's systems. It's all going to come down to clear, good financial skills. Then number four, you've got to have high standards. You have to have incredibly high standards. I imagine most of you listening and watching to this video, you have high standards on site. That's how you've got to a certain level in business. You deliver a great product, the finish is amazing. The customer looks at what you do and they go, wow, that project is great, I really love it, I'm really happy with the job, and they pay. You've then got to take that standard and apply it to business, and apply really high standards to your financial skills, to your mindset, everything else on this list. You've got to convert those standards from just physical good work on site to physical excellence and operational excellence in the business. Then, number five, service. You've got to have the mindset, again, links to this, number two, that you are there as a business owner to, one, serve your clients. You are there to deliver the best possible service every single touch point and interaction from your business. You've got to be the best. Average is not good enough. Good is the enemy of great. You've got to be absolutely on the money with just service and anticipating service and being ahead of it and actually surprising people and going above and beyond. Whenever you go out and about and you're given service that's above and beyond, more than what you expected, your customer loves you and they want to talk about you, they want to refer you. Service is everything, and the big thing linked with service is you are also there as an owner of the company to serve your employees, all your lads on site, all of your people in the office. Your job is to look after your people, get the best out of your people, and apply the same things that I'm talking about here to your people, giving them some more grit and some more balls to tackle problems that come up in the business and take ownership of stuff. Have stronger mindsets that they're better people, they work better, they operate better as people. And they're good at financial skills and they're good at all this other stuff as well, so that you bring a team. And this is where leadership comes into it. This is where strong accountability and ownership of being the boss at the top, it all filters down from you. So it's so important. But service is a massive one that people don't really think about. Number 6, marketing. You have to market your business like your life depends on it. Marketing should be the key function of a business. And I used to get this wrong. I used to think sales was the most important thing, but it's not. It's marketing, because marketing makes sales easier. You could be the best salesperson in the world, but if only one person knows who you are, you can only sell that one person. Whereas if you've got hundreds of people that know who you are, they know what your company does, they like your company, and they're inquiring about your services, you can only increase prices because the demand is there. Demand is what dictates prices. If you've got no leads, if you've got no inquiries coming in, you're going to have to just take whatever job comes in your way. You're going to have to just go with the flow and see what happens. And that's not the way to run a business. You need to control this tap flowing in, and imagine that tap flowing in of water. You want more leads than you know what to do with. And when you're in that position, you then control the game. You then control the market. You're in control to make good financial decisions. It gives you a solid mindset of going, we're covered because we've got plenty of work coming in. We're not short of that. Because that's where it all starts. It all starts from the inquiries. The more inquiries you've got, and actually more importantly, the quality of those inquiries that come in, the more control you've got over the whole of the business, and you're not reactive, you're proactive in growing and building a company. Then, number 7, talent. Your other job as an owner, and the list builds up, that you've always got to be looking for good talent. You've always got to be looking for better labour, better people in the office, more professional people, and actually the mindset thing you're going to have is actually recruiting people that are better than you. And that is the ultimate dream as an owner, as an entrepreneur, recruiting people better than you and knowing where your strengths lie as the owner and where your weaknesses are, and you plug those weaknesses with the right talent. Because the moment you do that, the business will then start to scale massively. And you've always got to be developing talent. You've always got to be training your staff. You've always got to be improving your staff, pushing your staff, because people get lazy, people get comfortable. You've got to keep raising the bar the whole time. And talent is a massive part of it. And I think a lot of business stays where it is because it just stagnates, because nothing new's going on. They're not marketing a lot, they're not developing talent, and they're just not pushing the boundaries of pushing and growing the business. Talent is so important. You can only do so much on your own. It's all going to rely on a really good, solid team, and you've got to become the leader of the team. Next, number 8. This industry is a high-risk industry. Number 1, you've got lads working physically hard on site with plant, machinery, tools, might be working at height. Safety is going to become an issue. The bigger you grow, the more projects you've got on at once, the more your risks increases, and people don't look at it like this, because a big risk can wipe out all of this. You can be running a really great company, but if you're taking silly risks on site, if you're taking risks by working for the wrong clients as well, sometimes, if you're working for risky clients that might not pay you, if you've got a £500,000 job on, for example, and someone doesn't pay you, you're not only losing the profit, you're in the red by 500 grand because you've paid out all the labour, materials, all of the overheads to deliver that job. That can wipe you all out, and you can forget all this. And this is the sad thing, and this is the brutal realities of business. You can be someone who's in business 10, 20 years and get wiped out because you took on a stupid risk by working for the wrong client, that the signs were there and they failed to pay you. And unfortunately, this happens a lot. This happens a lot in this industry. Even businesses get to the size of 20, 30, 40, 100 million. They get wiped out by bad contracts, bad clients, being stuck to fixed prices, and they get wiped out and they're gone. And it's just not what you want to happen. So always be aware of the risk that you're taking in a business. Number 9, you've got to at some point systemize the business. You've got to make life easier for people when everyone works in the same set way. Now, I'll be honest, this bit is boring. It's not really what we like to do. If you started a company, you've got an entrepreneur's mind, you don't like systems, processes, repetitive tasks, stuff being done over and over again. But unfortunately, that is what runs a business. Boring, repetitive tasks run businesses. So the easier and quicker that you get systems installed, the good people can run from the talent that you've developed, you've got clarity and certainty that things are done in a set way. And the key systems you want to be looking at in this industry, in this business, is number 1, a marketing system. There is a system to be built with that, and I will do more videos on that. Number 2, a quoting system where you've got complete transparency on how much work you've quoted every single month, the set margins you've got on that work, how much of that work you've won, so you can start tracking your conversion rates of work. You need a quoting system, then you need a project delivery system, you need a health and safety system, and then you need a review system and a testimonial system, so that thing feeds back into marketing, and then you can keep growing the business basically. You need key systems the whole way through the business. It's not nice, it takes time to develop, you'll get a lot of things wrong by doing it, you'll find things that do work, things that don't work, but you've got to get the systems in place, because if it's all in your head, you just set up for chaos. You're not going to have a good mindset because your head's just full of all the stuff going on. You've got to clear your head and get systems in place. And lastly, number 10, relationships. This is a relationships business. All of your best employees will come from good relationships. All of your best jobs will come from the best relationships you've got. People buy from people. They buy from people they know, they like and trust. The more people that know you, the more people that like you, more people that then trust you are going to then end up buying from you. You've actually got to be spending most of your time on the relationships and the marketing. And this is the key thing. Once you've built a business, your job is really, right, push the brand out, sell more work, build key relationships to allow us to do that, and keep nurturing talent. And actually this business, once you've reached the point of you've got a set structure, you're a recruitment business, and you are basically a marketing business. You've got to let more people know about you, and then get more people to deliver that work that you win, and let it fold into the whole system that you've built and you've developed, because you've focused on these 10 things. And those are my top 10 tips. So if you like this video, I've got a free podcast in the link below. It's got all the topics around this industry. Give it a listen. Bye.